So, the brand new Sony codename Spartacus has some new news. Sony will be unveiling the PlayStation subscription Game Pass competitor next week. This is codename Spartacus, just so you know. Later in this video, I will just be saying Spartacus. When I say Spartacus, that means the brand new Sony Game Pass. Now, with Spartacus, we don't know the games coming with it, but here are some predictions I have. I'm predicting we're going to get Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and Crash Bandicoot. Those are free games I'm predicting that will probably be in Spartacus. And if those are not in Spartacus, that's fine, right? But I honestly think those are pretty common games, so the chances of them being in the Game Pass are kind of high. I don't know for sure yet. But here's another thing people are wondering: is this going to be another kind of type of cloud gaming service? And how much is it going to cost? Now, Spartacus doesn't have a price yet, and Sony will be revealing this all next week. We have no info on Spartacus prices. We have no info on Spartacus, like the actual name of Spartacus. It may just be PlayStation Now. It may just be PlayStation Now at this point. What I'm kind of assuming is that it's gonna end up just being PlayStation Now, but on PlayStation. I'm assuming it's just gonna end up being PlayStation Now, basically. Spartacus is not the easiest thing to talk about because I don't know any info on it, even though I am a YouTube creator. I have no info on Spartacus at all, none. And even if I did, I wouldn't be able to share it. I have no info on Spartacus, right? Spartacus. There are some serious things that we need to talk about with Spartacus. Now, Spartacus has a huge risk of failing against what they're going to call their number one competitor, Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass has already destroyed Sony and the whole Game Pass business type thing. And they're probably going to destroy them even after Spartacus's release. Just because I feel like the chances of Spartacus overtaking this already type of king in the Xbox, Xbox community, gaming community globally, is pretty low. So I just think Sony Spartacus may be a failure. I don't think people are going to buy it. And if people were going to get a Game Pass, they should just get Xbox Game Pass. Because this is Sony. It's probably going to be a lot more expensive than Game Pass. So, yeah, just moving on to the next subject. Now, on to our next subject. This one's big. Microsoft has announced that they want to put Call of Duty games on the Nintendo Switch. Now, whole backtrack on this. Starting from the beginning of where this could possibly happen, you're like, Activision owns that. What the heck? If you don't know already, Microsoft bought Activision and Blizzard for what? $70 billion. No, not million, billion. And so because of that, Microsoft is now wanting to put their Call of Duty franchise on the Nintendo Switch gaming console, which I think is a great. I love first-person shooter games. I play COD Mobile all the time and all that type of stuff. So I think it would be so great if they put COD on Nintendo Switch. It would basically be the first FPS game on the Nintendo Switch console. It would be perfect, in my opinion. It would be such a great idea for the COD series, And also, I think, moving back to Spartacus, if they put COD on Spartacus, not only would it get me to buy it if it was on PC, I don't own a PlayStation, it would also get a lot of people. But either way, the other thing about Nintendo, real quick segment, Mario Kart DLC is out, and when I found out it was with the expansion pass, Nintendo Switch Online, which I have, I was like, oh god, I'm getting this, right? I also found out that Nintendo is releasing Wave 2 so soon. I'm so excited for this whole thing. I'm ecstatic for Nintendo right now. Not only are we going to probably get caught on Switch, we're going to get a whole lot of other games. I'm not big on the GTA series, but by far the most adult game Nintendo has put on their console. Stuff like that, right? Yeah, that's basically it for the Nintendo news segment. Now, Roblox. I like discussing console news. This one is, it's always a heartbreaking story when it comes to Roblox, at least to the Roblox community. Roblox is freaking, like, being sued again over copyrighted music being in their games, which isn't even Roblox's fault. That's the people's fault for putting the copyrighted music in. And there's nothing in terms of service that, like, mentions that there can't be copyrighted music, right? So this whole thing is just so messed up. But either way, because of it, Roblox deleted any sounds over 6 seconds, which, when you think about it, that ruins a lot of games. Luckily, Funky Friday fixed it. All the other games fixed it. But what they had to do, I'm pretty sure, they had to string together 6-second things and put it into one. That way it would work in their game. It's so complicated that I just don't like talking about it, because the fact that Roblox was sued for something they didn't even really have part in doing is so ridiculous that the Roblox community needs to step up and literally just... This whole situation is so stupid that I just... Now moving on to Microsoft news, finally getting off that Roblox topic. We got some new games on Xbox Game Pass, including Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege Extraction and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. These are big ones for Xbox. I'm pretty sure that Ubisoft made this game. That surprised me. It's Ubisoft Montreal. So I guess it just looks like Microsoft is getting some Ubisoft games on there. They're getting a mix. They're getting some Mojang games on there. They're getting some Ubisoft. Probably most likely getting some Activision on there soon. It's Call of Duty franchise. You know, Microsoft is doing the Game Pass right. They have this service so good for only $10 a month. This is possibly the best gaming service. You know, I know they have retro gaming boxes, which I am going to sign up for one for sure. But this is the best online modern Game Pass that you could get. And I'm sorry, Sony, but your Game Pass isn't going to be nearly as good. And even if it is, I'm not buying it, because guess who doesn't have a PlayStation? Me. This just can't hold a candle. Like, Xbox is the king in this. Breaking news, I just found this out. Sony has now went into the buying companies game. And now Sony has officially bought the company Haven, or whatever. Sony has bought Raymond's Haven Studio, meaning Sony owns Rayman now. I don't know how I feel about that. I honestly don't. Sony owning Rayman, that's a big thing. Because everyone was like, you know, we know, like, Rayman and Smash, right? Now that they're owned by Sony, the chances of Rayman ever getting into any Smash game are zero. Yeah. Next topic. Kirby and Forgotten Land dropped last night for people in the eastern side of the U.S. It dropped this morning. For us here in Pacific time, it dropped at 9 p.m. last night. Kirby and Forgotten Land officially been out for over 24 hours now. Best Kirby game, best free world Kirby game ever, from what I've heard. Haven't played it yet. I'm for sure going to play it. But from what I've heard, this is one of, if not the best Kirby game ever. For people love it. The Kirby car. Yeah, that's just a little game credit, little look in there.